Last week, Apple celebrated WWDC, its big annual developers conference showcasing their upcoming software. For the first time in 2 years, Apple brought crowds back to their Cupertino campus to preview builds of iOS 16, macOS Ventura, and iPadOS 16. So, if you didn't have time to sit through Apple's nearly 2-hour keynote, no worries. I'm here to break down the 5 best new software features Apple debuted at WWDC 2022. This is System Preferences. First up, continuity camera. Apple has listened to our complaints about MacBook webcam quality and come up with an interesting solution. Since so many of us already have amazing cameras that we carry around each day, why not simply use them to conduct our FaceTime calls in the highest possible quality? Continuity camera does exactly that. Your phone wirelessly connects, and you're able to use your iPhone's rear lenses as your webcam in full quality. You can also take advantage of special features of these lenses, like allowing you to blur your backgrounds, create a studio light look, or even activate center stage. Continuity camera even takes it a step further by using the ultra-wide camera to capture a live, bird's-eye view of your desk, allowing you to set up easy demonstrations or instructions over FaceTime. Apple worked with Belkin to create special adapters that attach your phone to the lid of your MacBook or the back of a monitor. But it also works with a tripod, a stack of books, or whatever setup you have to hold your iPhone up. Next, let's talk messages and mail. Messages and Mail each got some very useful new updates that make keeping in touch even easier. Both apps now let you unsend messages within a certain time limit, allowing you to retrieve that meme you accidentally sent to your boss. Mail also allows you to schedule your emails at your convenience, a feature I would love to see come to iMessage as well. However, iMessage did get one feature that Mail didn't, and that is the ability to edit messages without having to fully unsend them. This, like unsending, is tied to a time limit and will also be noted in the iMessage log. For the last year, pro users have been getting antsy about all the raw power of the M1 iPads being underutilized by the software. More than ever, users are looking to their iPads to replace their Macs, and iPadOS 16 is another significant step in that direction. Apple introduced a new feature called Stage Manager, first showing it off in macOS Ventura and then in iPadOS 16. I will admit its application in macOS did seem a tad redundant to mission control, but I assume Apple is trying to literally bridge the gap between the iPad and the Mac by giving them overlapping modes and features. Stage Manager allows you to view your desktop as if it were a Mac, with up to 8 overlapping app windows that you can resize to your liking, or plug into an external display, which is now fully supported. While power users still can't completely ditch their Macs, this allows them to tackle even more workflows with just their iPads. System-wide tweaks were also made with iPadOS 16, which were all geared towards making these devices take on even more Mac-level tasks. Until Apple releases full-scale, desktop-class software for the iPad like Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro, I don't think this is going to be a subtle question. Once users can handle all workflows from emails to editing video and rendering graphics, they'll feel more comfortable going iPad only. Freeform. So this was an interesting announcement. Freeform is a new app Apple will be releasing across the iPhone, iPad, and Mac later this year. It's a collaborative whiteboard app that allows you to pen images, videos, text, folders, or draw your ideas directly onto the board while planning out a project. As someone who's been using Milanote to plan out a ton of content on this channel, this strikes me as Apple's in-house version of that application. That makes me excited to try it when it's released and see if it can accomplish the same things that Milanote does for me. Right now, the one thing it has over Milanote is that there will be a dedicated iPad app, which unfortunately Moleskine has still not released, and so that has limited the application's usefulness for me. Part of me also thinks that this application was the result of Apple trying to figure out how to develop software and be productive amongst its employees while everyone was working from home during lockdown. And finally, let's talk iOS 16. While the newest iPhone OS brings a ton of new changes, easily the most notable one is the one you'll notice the second you glance at your screen. Yes, the rumors and concepts were true. For the first time since the debut of the original iPhone 15 years ago, Apple is changing the design of the iPhone lock screen and allowing you to choose your own personalized look. Similar to how watch face customization works in the Apple Watch, you can now mix and match different layout elements like widgets, wallpapers, and clock fonts to create a truly personalized experience for each user. Wallpaper photos can now shuffle throughout the day, and you can also use iOS 16's new intelligent subject detection feature to allow parts of any image to overlay the clock, giving you a clean look. iOS 16 also now has a background editor, which allows you to select between different theme options, some with their own custom animations for transitioning to the home screen. There are both packaged and generated wallpapers like this emoji one, or even legacy iPhone wallpapers. The new widgets give you glanceable information like weather, sports scores, and reminders straight from your lock screen. Again, similar to watch complications. This has the added benefit of prepping iOS for the implementation of always-on displays as rumored in this fall's iPhone 14 Pros. The personalization focus of this headline feature of iOS 16 may have been subtly hinted at in this year's WWDC invitation, and this feels like the next step in Apple's slowly shifting stance on device customization, after iOS 14 introduced home screen widgets. The other immediate visual change you'll notice in iOS 16 is that notifications no longer take up your entire lock screen, but instead now collect at the bottom, where users can swipe through them. Instead of getting multiple notifications from one app, you'll now only see one notification update its status to reflect changing sports scores or the progress of an Uber trip. And that wraps up the biggest software features announced at WWDC 2022. We'll have more coverage of iOS 16, iPadOS 16, and macOS Ventura coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and see you all soon.